Welcome to fictional Cleveland, where we are going to see a showdown between the Angels of Angels in the Outfield and the amazing Cleveland Indians from the immortal Major League. This is Baseball on Sticky Bleachers, and I am Cory.
I'm Bob, and we're going to get it started off with a home run. So these fictional lineups are getting it started with a bang.
An opening day, opening salvo, Bob.
Yeah, man, that is awesome. So getting it started here. Anaheim up quickly, 1-0. No help from the Angels, though, needed for that one.
No, and Angels in the Outfield going over the cast list, Bob. We have got Danny Glover, of course, as the immortal manager of Angels in the Outfield.
Of course.
Joe Golev, JGL, a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the kid. Roger Bowman, Tony Danza as the pitcher for Angels in the Outfield. We'll see if we see him come out later, Bob.
And you have to remind me, so Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he was the bat boy, right? Or some type of
you know what? I don't know what his
hand?
position was because I conflate that movie with Rookie of the Year in my mind because I was just about to say he was the kid who snuck into the bleachers, but I know that would be incorrect.
That is not the case, no. So I think if my memory serves me correct, I think he was like a bat boy or maybe the illegitimate son of Tony Danza. I don't know.
Okay, a bat boy.
But we get in a
rundown.
rundown
Some time in
there.
the dugout, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he maybe he was like just a citizen that, I don't know. I'd have to watch the movie again and then be disappointed.
Could be, and that could be the one with it's Daniel Stern as the bumbling guy, but I'm thinking again that might be Rookie of the Year as Daniel Stern as the bumbling bat boy.
Those should have been the lineups that we had go against each other then.
Yes.
So we could be right either way.
Well, there we go. So a couple more kids movies. Meanwhile, Willie Mays Hayes gets on to a double, Bob.
Willie Mays Hayes with the lightning quick speed starts off the Cleveland's portion of the inning with a double.
And Larson
But a high pop fly
flies out to center, one down.
Here's the chicken man himself, Pedro Serrano, looking at a 76-mile-an-hour split finger into the dirt.
The original Chicken Man, Bob.
The original chicken man, batting .310 with 31 home runs. Solid season for Pedro, but he grounds out to first base there. But the runner does advance, so 2 outs here to go, Cory, in the bottom of the first.
By the way, Bob, that is Clark. That is Tony Danza's character, Mel Clark, Angels pitcher. That is who we're looking at here today. So he did get the start today. We weren't sure, but he did end up pulling it out, and he does work a shutout first.
He does. A little bit of trouble there for Tony Danza, a friend of the show.
Longtime friend of the show.
But he gets out of it. Longtime friend. And speaking of long, Cory, we have another drive to right field this time.
Boom.
And another home run. Solo shot. Second of the game here for the Anaheim Angels. Not of Los Angeles.
Not so good. Not so good. And I'm trying to find on my scorecard here, Bob. This is Eddie Harris pitching today for the Indians.
The crafty old veteran.
Played by Chelsea Ross.
I believe he was the pitcher that got them into the pivotal Game 7, I believe they had to win versus the Yankees.
All right.
The old guy that his arm kept hurting every time. His shoulder kept hurting every time he threw.
Okay, Chelsea.
Don't know how much you remember Major League.
Chelsea
Cory.
Ross. It's actually been a little while. Chelsea Ross, currently age 74, Bob. Known for
still ticking.
Known for such roles as being in the movie Richie Rich, Primary Colors, Basic Instinct, and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. In addition to,
so they don't mention his Major League role.
I think this is probably his feature role here.
Yeah, I would imagine so. The Indians in that one, you never find out if they won the World Series. They just won the pennant.
Okay.
You know.
Well, that's a rare a little turn. Mix your expectations.
They get really excited about winning the pennant, and then I don't know what happened. It's a whole nother movie they didn't make.
Yeah. I guess I saw Major League 2, I think, a little bit more than the first one. I wonder, does that qualify as a neutered sequel that came out as a lower rating than the original?
I don't know. I'd have to watch it again. I think they're pretty comparable movies.
Okay.
They came out, it wasn't such a long time in between those movies, and it kind of had an interesting plot. If I remember correctly, Wild Thing worked on some new pitches.
And meanwhile, Bob, that was Tom Berenger's character, Jake Taylor, with a little lazy out there to shallow right.
Nice to see him hustle down to first, though, with those bad knees and all.
Do you call that deep second or shallow right?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. I don't think I've ever heard deep second used in baseball.
With all these shifts we have in baseball now, you can definitely call it deep second.
There we go. And that's a quick 1-2-3 inning. So settling in now, Anaheim up 2-0 and looking to extend that lead. And here's a base hit up the middle. A seeing eye single, as my partner Bob would call that.
I would. And the first time the Angels don't lead off the inning with a home run. So definitely trending in Cleveland's favor.
So what happens to a seeing eye single, Bob, when it turns into a double?
It becomes a seeing eye double.
It's not a dead eye double?
It could be. I don't know. I think that's uncharted territory.
Yeah,
Cory,
well, that's right. It's never happened before. This is
it's
baseball history.
No one's ever put a
right
trademark
here,
stamp on it. No one's ever put a trademark stamp on that one, bud. So.
Now, here we go. Ooh, that was a dirty pitch. Filthy pitch.
Filthy. And it landed in the dirt as well. So.
Wow.
Nice adjective there, Cory.
It was. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate a little nod whenever I get them from you. The rare occasions when I do.
Absolutely. Well, I got to throw you a bone every once in a while. But advancing the runner with 2 outs here, top of the 4th, base hit. And Cory, we have another jack.
Oh, boy.
That one's way gone. That one might have made it to Los Angeles.
That's a no-doubter. Definitely a no-doubter right there.
So a 3-run home run, and Harris is looking very fatigued on the mound there, Cory. You can tell his shoulder is bugging him.
And that was Angels catcher Trisket Mesmer, played by Tony Longo there, Bob, with that big shot, putting the Indians in a deeper hole.
Did you say his name was Trisket?
Trisket. That's right.
As of the Cracker fan.
Well, it's Trisket with 3 T's total. So T-R-I-S-C-U-I-T-T.
And that one's going to go all the way to the warning track, bounce off the wall, hustling all the way into second safely there. So some more trouble brewing.
Nice work. And can Serrano get him in? He just knifes one up the baseline into deep left, and that is going to score that run, Bob.
And we will thank Jobu for that good fortune for Pedro Serrano there.
Yes, the bucket of KFC waiting for him back in the locker room.
Oh, and a monster drive deep to left. And Cleveland's not done yet, Cory. They're going to make a game of this.
Just like that, they're back in this ball game, Bob. I think that was Roger Dorn, played by Corbin Burnson.
Oh, Dorn. You got to say his name.
Dorn?
Dorn. There's a lot of gravel in the voice.
Yes, all right. Good to see him taking off the manager jersey and getting into this game, Bob.
Well, so that's I believe a Major League 2 reference there, Cory.
Oh, okay.
Because I think he was a player manager then. In the first one, he was like pretty boy third baseman.
Okay. And are they going to put in Vaughn? No, they're not going to go to Wild Thing Vaughn, Bob. Interesting one here.
Not Vaughn territory yet. Nope. Charlie Sheen's
is he
snorting blow and hanging out with hookers in the bullpen?
Okay, but strictly a closer. So strictly cocaine and hookers until the 8th.
This is the early 90s, Cory. So yes, that is protocol.
Okay, all right. Well, they'll have to isolate that one as a quote to share with the kiddies.
Well, they're going to find out about it eventually, Cory.
That's right.
There's the internet.
As everybody does. Who do we got here? Is Willie.
Who we got? Willie Mays Hayes with a base hit there all the way to the wall, Cory.
There we go.
But looks like he's going to get... Actually, we got the Angels up here, Cory. So we got Bushnell in pitching for Cleveland. And that was Jose there with the base hit right down the third base line. And it's going to score another run here. So Anaheim responds, Cory.
There we go. So 6-3. So this game looked like they were going to run away with it. And they're tagging on, though. Ooh. They are adding on to that lead. It's going to be 7-3. This is going to be extra bases.
This looks like the Major League team before they turned it around and got the cardboard cutout of the evil owner of the Indians.
That's right. Well, it is opening day, Bob, so I think that fits with the canon of the film.
Yeah,
were they not in the basement of the division at the beginning of the season?
Very true. Very true. So, and I think if I don't remember Angels in the outfield that well. I think they were a decent team, and they just needed a little bit of a push. By Christopher Lloyd.
Yes. Yeah, and so maybe he is in action, Bob. But I think they were also not so good at the beginning of the season. I think both of these teams have a very similar arc throughout the plot of their respective films.
I think that's every Major League Baseball movie ever made.
Because how were the Cubs in Rookie of the Year before he showed up?
Not so good.
Not so good.
Not so good. Those bleachers were not full when Henry Rowan-Gardner was out there.
Oh, you even remember his name. Wow, good call. Good call.
Boom.
Who did he grow up to be? Wasn't he somebody?
He was the kid from American Pie. Oh, and thrown into left center
There
field.
we go. And waiting at second until it gets to the wall before he's like, okay, I'm clear now. I'll wait till it gets to the wall.
Well, I
and
think
then
he was
I'll
surprised as anybody out. Oh, but they get the out at first somehow, Cory.
Out at first. And, there's a near double play there. A quick liner caught by the pitcher, Clark. Wow. Way to go, Tony Danza.
8-3 in the bottom of the 5th here, and that's going to be an out and take us to the top of the 6th, Cory. So 8-3 Anaheim winning. Christopher Lloyd's Anaheim Angels getting the best of Charlie Sheen's Cleveland Indians.
Yes, they definitely are, and that's Mesmer knocking one deep. He's going to be in there for a not quite a little sliding double, I guess you'd call that.
Nothing to mess with.
Our HD camera is having some trouble here. Might be supernatural interference, Bob.
Again, we'll blame Christopher Lloyd for this and remind everybody it's opening day.
That's right. That's right. Everybody's getting the kinks worked out.
Absolutely. But time going on, and it looks like time has frozen too.
Yes.
The runner stuck on the first baseline just outside of the left-handed batter's box.
Interesting. On his way up.
And I will say, Cory, that I can't think of a movie that the team was good at the beginning. But back to your point about we got a home run.
Time jump.
What? Time jump. Wow. Whoa.
Home run, Bob.
Home run.
And
10-3.
Looks like it's a 3-run home run after our time freeze there.
Whew. My gosh, you step away for a second.
I know, man.
And all the action happens, man. So we got a home run, and now we got the ever-exciting foul ball pop fly that falls to the ground.
I think you got to lay out for that one, Bob. Even though you're down 7 on opening day, I think it's still you got to lay out for that ball.
Yeah,
Try to
I
get
think
some
so,
excitement
too.
for your home fans going here if you're Cleveland.
Absolutely, you got to remember. And that's a pretty well hit ball to center, and that keeps going, man. That's a moonshot. Wow. That is
a large fly ball, as my partner would say.
Thank you for giving me credit.
I would never steal that from you, Bob.
I appreciate it. But man, that thing was rocketed straight up.
This is Matthew McConaughey's character, Ben Williams, Bob. Angels outfielder. Matthew McConaughey making an appearance today.
Wow. Now that's a little part of the brain that hasn't been unlocked in a while, Cory.
Yeah.
I forgot he was in that movie.
Who knew?
Wow.
Who knew?
Wow. That was
And this is.
Should have done my research on that one there.
It looks like this is Jose Martinez, Bob, played by Israel Huarabe.
What? It probably has to be the most common baseball name ever. Jose Martinez.
Jose Martinez, yes, Angels second baseman. Yeah, I guess if they were coming up with a name for a player, they could have gotten a little bit more creative than Jose Martinez, huh?
Or maybe they just had to go very realistic, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
It seems like it. Maybe. But, I believe Henry Rowan Gardner went on, Cory, to be one of the actors in the American Pie movies.
Yes.
That was his next claim to fame.
I think you are right here, Bob. And just like this, Bob, Cleveland is at risk of losing to the 10-run mercy rule.
There has to be Angels at play here. I mean, the ball is just jumping around. We had the time freeze and then a home run for him.
Yes. Oh.
Supernatural powers are in effect.
But that little swinging bunt is caught, and we are going to go ahead and head to the bottom of the 6th. They're going to have to get inside that 10-run margin, though, Bob, or this game is going to be OVER using old school rules.
As we always use here on Sticky Bleachers.
Yes, Commissioner Roger Goodell is moved into baseball here and decided to go old school with our 10-run rule.
Interesting choice, Cory. Interesting choice.
Well,
but
former Commissioner Bud Selig decided to call up his old buddy Raj and bring him in. David Stern also in the house today.
You've rattled off 3 commissioners now. I'm wondering, can you name the commissioner of baseball?
Bob Uecker.
Mr. Rob Manfred.
Wasn't Bob Uecker was a former owner or something, though, wasn't he?
No, incorrect.
Okay.
He was a former backup catcher.
Former backup catcher. Well, there we go. So they do not
turned
avoid...
actor on Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, yes, I know he was on Mr. Belvedere. So, who is the commissioner of baseball, Bob, this year? It's not Bud Selig anymore.
No, hasn't been. Rob Manfred.
Rob Manfred. Wow, I thought I'd at least recognize the name, but I do not at all recognize that name. Huh.
He's been in the headlines.
Well, sure. Well, I mean, Bud Selig is Mr. Steroid commissioner, so
Well, you're like 10 years behind your commissioners. You're throwing out David Stern and Bud Selig.
Yeah, I know. I like to go with my. We're all nostalgic, Bob, for the steroid era of sports.
It's true. It's true. Those good old days.
Well, anyway, Bob, Christopher Lloyd led Angels of Anaheim. No, it's just Anaheim Angels. It's not even California Angels of Anaheim, right? It's just the. Or was it?
No, this is the California Angels. This, if I remember correctly,
Okay, yes.
Angels in the outfield is California Angels.
That's what I thought. The California Angels, led by supernatural uber being Christopher Lloyd, take this one on the 10-run mercy rule implemented by Commissioner David Stern and Roger Goodell just for this opening day game. 14-3 it goes down. So Matthew McConaughey and Tony Danza are going to be celebrating tonight. Not so much Charlie Sheen and company.
What a cast. Wow.
What a cast.
Cannot believe it.
I know.
Yeah, man.
It's weird that those two are in the same movie. I kind of think of them as different eras. Tony Danza and Matthew McConaughey and Danny Glover all together. Sharing a screen.
It was a bit of changing of the guard. I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe the movie's more influential than we thought.
Adrian Brody also makes an appearance in that movie, Bob. We didn't quite get a chance to say hi to him. The pace was pretty quickly there. So
I'm going to have to go back and watch that movie.
Yeah?
It's not going to hold up, but I'm going to at least see it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's going to hold up, so I wish you the very best of luck on that, Bob.
I'll let you know how it goes in our next broadcast.
So stay tuned to our YouTube channel here, where now that opening day 2017 is upon us, we're going to be having lots more baseball content on here. And boy, I could not be more excited to get our hands on some baseball content and have more and more of that here on our channel. If you like this video, you can hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you have not already. Leave us a comment. Get in touch on social media, Facebook and Twitter, where we are Sticky Bleachers all over the place. I think that's going to be it for us this week. I am Cory, signing off.
I'm Bob. We'll see you next time.